will do ya. 1-cent bubble gum, 10-cent candy bars, 15-cent
hamburgers. When a dollar went a long way, and so did 24 hours. The 60s and the 70s, dwelling place of the lost generation. We who grew up in this era had no real heroes. Our role models came from the imaginations of others. Our meager lives were formed by and revolved around weekly installments of our favorite TV programs.
Welcome to a place that your parents didn't understand. A place that exists somewhere between the forefront of recollectable memory and the edge of everyday thought. Welcome to the vast wasteland. Welcome home.
Another exciting episode of Vast Wasteland. As you can probably guess, this is our big Easter show. No, it's our Christmas show, and all the festive lights and all the wonderful things around here. And we're going to talk today about a very festive issue. It's the holiday television shows. All the lovely things we see, the variety shows and all the animated specials you see around this time of year. And we just thought, being this time of year, be an appropriate time to talk about them. And we just want to discuss all the various things that have gone on in 60s and 70s holiday television. So I'll just turn it right over to Wilbert with his first point for the evening.
Well, by golly, there have been quite a few holiday shows. We can look at, just look at the cartoons themselves. There's been probably the big favorite, one of my big favorites that they just got into showing again is the Mr. Scrooge version of Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah, there we go.
That's the Mr. Scrooge, the Mr. Magoo version of the Christmas Carol.
As evidence,
Magoo, you've done it again. That's probably one of the favorites that has come through the through the 60s, and then in the 70s they showed it a little, then they stopped. And they didn't show it for a long, long time, and now it's just here within the past couple years, it's come back. So that's probably my big favorite. Then there's also, Rudolph. Rudolph came out in
all the Rankin Bass Puppetron type stuff.
Right. And
of course, the big favorite is probably in the country is probably the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Didn't it just have its 25th showing?
At least, yeah.
Last year or the year before?
Yes, it did. So that's another one. So there, in that, we have actually 3 different categories, I guess, because there were quite a few other Magoo holiday specials, although the Christmas Carol one is...
The sad thing about the Christmas Carol one now is, though they're showing it so butchered. They're cutting out songs. It's sad because, I saw it brand new. I'd like my kids to see it the way I saw it, but, I'm going to have to wait for it to come out on video cassette, I guess.
That's basically what's going to happen, because now you have, when it was aired originally, the commercial industry, I guess, wasn't as big or as volatile to programming as it is now. As important. And so what happened was, back when it first came out, they showed it pretty much a full half hour.
Timex sponsored it. I remember a lot of Timex commercials, watch commercials, and the old Santa Claus on the shaver.
Well, the Santa Claus on the shaver, that's Norelco.
Was that Norelco?
That's Norelco.
Okay, those are the outstanding. So I think it basically had those for sponsors.
But they would just
and they showed it in the blocks like it was written.
Yeah, it was like at the beginning, and then...
You saw Act 1, then you saw Act 2.
Right. It was divided like that.
A cartoon, theatrical
Extravaganza.
Extravaganza.
And so, but now you've got every 5 minutes or so they're cutting out for a commercial.
And they've cut out some of the songs, which
some of
is...
the songs, a lot of the important songs have disappeared.
They have also shaved off Rudolph.
Yeah.
Now, it's just come to my attention because they brought to my attention in TV Guide. And so I'm still watching it, trying to figure out exactly where it was cut here and cut there.
Well, now there's more commercials than there used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, the FCC has allowed them more time for commercials than they used to.
Yeah.
And so now they have to shave off. They're probably shaving off like a half dozen frames at the end of each. Just enough to get you another 30 seconds or something.
Yeah. Forget the exact amount of their minutes actually cut from it now.
Oh my.
So I'm trying to figure out exactly where it was cut, since I think I just realized that last year. And I think that's, holiday time. Come on, guys, let us watch our shows.
Lighten up a little bit. There's plenty of time, during other shows to sneak in those commercials.
Right.
You know what to buy. Come on, we know what we're gonna get.
Right.
We don't need as many. These are good holiday shows here that are getting. You're losing parts of them, and losing important parts. That does bring up a point. Well, let me just jump back to the Mr. Magoo thing here. When they first brought it back, the one song that I really remember from it is the We're Despicable song that they sing there toward the end after it's in the Christmas future where Scrooge is dead, but he doesn't know that he's dead. He's looking at it, and the people come in and they're talking about all the things that they've taken from him, and then they go into this little song. But when they first brought it back, that whole part was cut. It was gone. It was out of there.
Yeah.
It just went straight from he's in the future and he's going right to the graveyard. He sees his tombstone. You don't even see all that part. They cut out the whole song. That's a good, a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was gone. It was out of there because of commercial. Then when they brought it back last year, and we saw it, another song was missing, but it was more toward the beginning of it. So they had in the We're Despicable song, but they had cut out something else toward the beginning, and like you said, we'll probably have to wait till it's on video cassette before we can really see it.
You can get Rudolph this year on video cassette.
Okay. You can get Rudolph, you can get Santa Claus is Coming to Town, you can get Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
And let me see, I think there might be one other one, but I know those three specifically.
Yeah, are out there.
Are out there that you can...
Now, one I noticed they haven't cut is like my favorite, which they probably cut somewhere, but I haven't noticed, is the old Grinch. That one, I think I like it the most because it's very non-denominational. It's holiday.
Right.
They don't really, it is called How the Grinch Stole Christmas, but you get, you just get the real spirit from it, and I think anybody would enjoy that, being whatever they're celebrating at the holiday season.
Right.
And I don't know, the Grinch was an excellent little book, and they kept it, and at first when I first saw the Grinch, and I was a kid, I was like, why did they put these songs in there? Because, I was learning to read. I didn't, these songs weren't in the book. I wanted exactly the same.
Yeah.
But now I like it. I like the songs. They add to the story. Boris Karloff reading it was neat. I think the Grinch is my favorite cartoon. Rudolph, I think, is my favorite.
Puppetron.
Puppetron. Is that
is that the term, Puppetron or something?
Well, they're the Puppetoons.
Puppetoons.
Puppetrons, Puppetronic.
But all the Rankin Bass stuff was all the same type of thing.
A lot of it, yeah, and they've gotten better over the years.
Well, of course, the animation techniques are better, but the stories of just, it's like, I saw one with like there was a reindeer, and then there was a little kid reindeer or something. It was like baby reindeer.
Okay.
And it's just like, this is really, it's like, do you really need to make up more characters?
Yeah, they've gotten ridiculous in that. I think the one that I really shiver at is the Happy New Year one.
Oh, about the baby New Year.
Rudolph Shiny New Year. Yeah.
Where everybody in the whole wide world had to be in that one, and I just kind of thought,
lumping together everything.
He got the baby New Year down with it. He takes off his hat and he's got those big ears that they just boing right out there, and everybody laughs at him, and it's sad, but